Hey everybody, welcome back. We're in the village of Prejmer, which is located about 18 kilometers outside of Brasov. We're going to visit with a family that is sharing their lifestyle and their budget with us today. They're getting by as a family of four on $875 equivalent here in this village of Prejmer. Prejmer is noted for its fortified church. It's one of the best preserved of its kind in Eastern Europe. It was built by the Teutonic Knights in 1212. This village saw more than its fair share of battles. It was destroyed over 50 times between the 13th to 17th century, but the fortified church was only captured once in its history. It has 270 rooms and can accommodate up to 1,600 villagers. Well, let's go ahead and meet the family that lives just about a 5-minute walk from this fortress, or should I say fortified church. We're going to spend today meeting with Paige, who's originally from South Africa, and Radu, who is from Romania, and we're going to look at their unique living situation as Radu and Paige take on rebuilding his grandfather's old home while they live temporarily for the foreseeable future in their temporary accommodations. If you're new to our channel, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our two dogs, and we're trying to show you what it's like to live in different places and locations. And in this case, we're doing an expat interview to show you what it's like to live in another country and to see what their budget consists of. So if you've wondered what it's like to live in a village in Romania and what it costs, stick around.
It's a big mess.
This is the home they're redoing.
So this is the redo. It's a 200-year-old house that you bought here. Cool.
No, it was family, right?
It's Radu's house. Yes. Storage right now.
Oh, and you've got brand new windows to go in.
It will get there.
And so you got some solid wood floors. Gonna redo all the floors?
Tells you when.
Oh my gosh, how cool.
Yeah. Kamala. Also like.
Wow, so 1780 is the age of these beams. How cool.
Lots of history.
Nobody's lived here for the last 30 years since Radu's father passed away. Grandfather passed away. He used to come stay here during the summer.
Oh.
And before that, just before the revolution, there was a German family living here, and a lot of the Germans left back to Germany after the borders were opened. So that's the last people to live here.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Dogs would love this backyard that you have. We've got our dogs at the Airbnb right now.
Because you didn't bring them. I should have said something.
What are they, cargo containers?
Yeah.
Is that how you used?
It's not a shipping container, but it's made from like corrugated iron sandwich panels.
Insulated panels. So this has been home since 2019 while you work on the other house. And that's a pretty good size building you have there to work on too. You got lots of land. Now for those of you that are coming to our channel for the first time, Julie and I, we typically will live in a country for 1 to 3 months and try to get a real feel of what it's like to live somewhere. We do the tourist things, we have our adventures, and we do a lot of things that are fun, but we'll go look at real estate, we'll talk with residency experts, and we'll visit with expats to really get a deep down look at what life is really like. So if you haven't already, we hope that you're going to subscribe and follow along, and don't forget to give this video a like if you find the content worthwhile. And don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook by searching for Warren Julie Travel, and we're also on Instagram, so you can check us out there as well.
Radu and I used to work on Carnival cruise ships.
That's where you met?
So yeah, we met in Australia working on Carnival cruise ships. So we meet a lot of people, we met a lot of people, and we like to
How
still.
fun.
So you're well traveled.
Yeah, she is.
Wow.
He is.
Radu is very well traveled. Come on.
So as we enter Radu and Paige's home, this is their temporary home, but they've been living here since 2019. and they may be here for several more years. So they put a lot of thought and effort into making this feel like home for them. They put in all of the needed appliances. They've got a washer, they've got a refrigerator, full kitchen. Their living area is actually quite spacious. Speaking of spacious, they even have a very spacious bathroom with a very nice large tub. Now they also built an upstairs into this temporary home that they have, and you go up the wood ladder, and there is a safety door on the other side. So when their kids are up here playing, there's not an opportunity for them to fall down accidentally. So this would be the master chamber. This would be the area where Radu and Paige have their living accommodation. And then there's a little bridge that takes you over to the other side, to the next bedroom. And over here is where the girls would hang out, and this is their bedroom. The girls are age 5 and 1.5. Luna is not going to be in today's video. She is in kindergarten, but you'll get to see Aurora. Now normally when we do a video with an expat, we'll look at what they pay for rent or what their house costs. In this particular case, we don't have those same events, so we won't be covering the rent or a house cost, but you'll be able to take a look at what the overall budget consists of for them to get by, excluding housing. Well, I'm going to thank Radu and Paige for bringing us into your house and being participants in this conversation so that other foreigners and expats and nomads can benefit from your experience and your knowledge. And, I guess let's first off let you introduce yourself to the viewers and give a little bit of background on how you met, where you're from, and how you guys ended up here.
You go ahead. You had to talk.
While working on Carnival cruise ships, Radu was in Australia, and I went to meet a ship in Australia. We both worked as photographers. Look at this.
And that's Aurora, by the way. And then we have Luna is in kindergarten right now.
Yeah, she's at kindergarten, and that's why there's nobody to play with. So we met in 2014, and we traveled quite a bit in the States, in South Pacific, and in
South Africa.
And in South Africa, yes, of course. And we landed up here because the lifestyle and the general family environment, in my opinion, is much healthier than in South Africa.
So your daughter had broke her arm?
Yeah, she broke her arm about 2 weeks ago. She broke her arm just playing in the garden. In South Africa, we have a really expensive medical system. So if we had to go to the emergency room for her arm in SA, we would have paid over $100 for sure. For x-rays, for doctors, for just admission into the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Brasov, we went to the children's hospital, to the emergency room in the children's hospital, and we saw a doctor, we saw an osteopath, we did x-rays, we got her arm cast for free. Everything was for free.
Everything was paid for.
Yeah, the state paid for everything. Well, for free for us.
Yeah.
For the state, not so much, but...
So as residents, you have medical.
Yeah, as residents, especially children. So children have huge benefits in Romania.
Do you have to pay anything extra in the tax as a resident to entitle you to the...
Yes, when you get like the salary, it's based on the salary, it's included in the salary. So your employer needs to pay for that health insurance thing.
Okay.
And Paige, because she doesn't have an employer, she needs to pay by herself.
Okay.
So it's around 70 or 80 lei a month.
70 or 80 lei a month then for you to have the Romanian
Medical
Medical
benefits.
coverage.
But
Yeah.
if she needs like emergency, you can go without. You don't need to
Yeah, they-
show anything.
Well,
or-
for 70, 80 lei a month, that's really only, that's like $18 a month
For
to
medical,
have medical coverage.
Yeah.
for insurance.
And that's 100% covered.
100% covered.
When we were in South Africa, we were paying, for me and my older daughter, we are paying like $450 a month.
450 just for insurance.
Medical
Yeah.
insurance.
That's like in the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. So SA and the States are very similar in that aspect.
Oh, wow. So you guys met on Carnival Cruise, and so you guys did a lot of traveling together, and you ended up falling in love, and you moved to Romania, and this is your home country, and you apparently are happy to be in Romania.
Yeah, I am. Well, coming from Johannesburg, South Africa, it's a pretty close community. It's a pretty dangerous lifestyle. Your safety's in question everywhere you go. You're looking over your shoulder. Are they going to steal my car? Are they going to steal my handbag? Or, safety's a big issue.
Any safety issues here?
Not at all. I can sleep at night here.
Would you, in this village, would you walk out down the street at midnight?
Absolutely. Anytime. I'd let the girls go.
Now we're in Transylvania. No worries about vampires.
There's enough garlic in all the food, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, garlic is good here.
And we are so safe. You can leave your doors unlocked. We can visit our neighbor across the street anytime we want because her gate is open. Just walk right in.
Well, I will tell you, we're staying near the old town in Brasov, and I took the dogs out at around midnight last night, after midnight. I didn't see any vampires, first off. I took them out by myself, walked down the street to a park, and I felt as comfortable as I would if I would have went there at noon. I didn't feel like there was any risk of crime, and so I'm not just being naive.
No, absolutely.
It's a safe area.
It is. Brasov is very safe.
As far as your transportation to Brasov, you drive back and forth, so you have your cars.
Yeah.
Do you have car insurance on those vehicles here? And what kind of
take?
Yeah, in
cost
Romania it's mandatory to have a third-party insurance. So if you hit somebody, the insurance will not pay for that car. If you hit your car and you don't have the insurance, which is called casco in Romania, you have to pay from your own pocket. But the third party, it's mandatory.
What's the typical cost of a monthly cost to have car insurance here?
For a year, I just paid for my car. It was around 1,100 lei.
1,100 lei for the year?
Yes.
So about 100 for the month? That's good. That's like a little over 20 a month. Dollars, that is. And then gasoline here.
It was $8.30 for Romanian lei when we were driving.
$8.30 for Romanian lei. So I think that's coming out to like over $7 a gallon right
It's a
now.
lot.
We're pretty lucky because both of our cars run on propane.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we run our cars on propane. We decided to buy, considering the price of fuel.
Are there many cars that are on propane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it common?
Yeah. You can adapt any car, any petrol car, you can adapt it to.
Is that the LPG?
Yes,
LPG, yep.
LPG.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's much less expensive per liter.
What are you looking like as far as utilities to live here in Romania?
Well, as you know, we've just come out of winter. The regular house is heated with gas, with radiators and gas. For us, we don't have any gas. With our little strange lifestyle we have here, we have just a wood-burning stove made of terracotta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So our little wood-burning stove, we buy wood before
And
winter
that heats up the home?
comes, and that heats up the house. So
Okay.
in January we bought a cubic meter of wood for 750 lei, and that lasted us up until probably last week.
The rest of your house is electric, and 90 lei for the electric. And you have cell phones and a telephone
Yeah, we've got phones.
and cable or satellite TV or anything like that.
Yeah, we've got all of
fiber
it.
optic all the way to the
We
the
have
router.
So what would you do, or say you're paying for your television and for your
internet,
phone
all of
and
it.
stuff and Wi-Fi and
For the phones, we pay around 40 lei each. And we have unlimited internet, unlimited calls.
Oh, no.
40 lei a month for unlimited.
Yeah, including calls in European Union. So in Europe you can call. And we have the house internet and the phone, the TV, which is around 56 lei.
And you know, Romanian internet is one of the fastest in the world.
Yes.
You have 2 children
Yep.
and the 2 of you to feed. What are you looking at as far as your typical groceries in a month to feed your family?
Just for the food, I guess around 2,000.
Yeah,
Around
about
2,000 lei.
2,000.
So
Month.
2,000 lei a month.
Mm.
That's pretty good for 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you guys go out to eat very often?
Not really, actually.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. If we do go out, I mean, we've been out last weekend for a bite. It was for a pizza or something. We had a pizza, just us and the girls, and some drinks. Was about just over 100 lei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there expenses that you have that we didn't hit on at this point? And you own your home, so there's no rent and there's no. You're not trying to buy a property. This is a family property that you've had for years, and so there's no mortgage payments, and you haven't had to recently buy a property.
Yeah.
A family, the both of you and your 2 children, with all of your expenses, are under 4,000 lei a month.
Yeah, about right.
Yeah. More or less. That depends on the month. You know.
That includes like the
Unexpected.
veterinarians and the one-offs and
Yeah,
the dog food.
exactly.
And so, guys, we want to thank you. We know you have to get back to teaching English online with some folks in
Yeah.
China as well as Romania, right?
Yeah, I'm off to teach some Romanian students now.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And so, thank you guys for bringing us into your house and letting us try some of this wonderful food that you have here.
You're
Yes,
so welcome.
fabulous.
Please come back anytime. Your outdoors are open. Our table is set.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
I told my mom. My mom is in SA, right? And I told her, oh, we're going to do this cool thing tomorrow. We're going to meet some people from the States. They're going to video us. They're going to interview us. And she said, oh, well, my mom also really enjoys meeting people.
Oh.
So she said, please tell them, anytime they come to South Africa, they're welcome to come stay in our
that's so
apartment.
We got a jar of, what's it called?
Zakuska.
Zakuska. That's super. That's fantastic. We will.
Zakuska. Oh, thanks so much.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks so much for the time.
Yes.
We hope that you enjoyed our visit with Paige and Radu, and we hope that you're going to subscribe and follow along. And as a reminder, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our 2 dogs. We're trying to see what it's like to live in different countries and different places, and we're sharing our experiences and our costs with you as we travel, as well as interviewing the expats, residency experts, doing real estate tours, but also doing the adventure and tourist stuff also. So we hope that you'll join us. And until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.